What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be taking a look at Calvin Janito, aka Megatron, aka I'm going to moss you and your moms. This is the final upgrade with the level 50. We just finished playing some solo battles to go ahead and get that done. So what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be jumping over into the lineup. We're going to be taking a look at the card. We're going to be adding the final upgrade, and our sole purpose is to create a whole lineup that's going to cause mass catastrophe. All right, so one of the things that I would probably suggest that you do, you're gonna want to make sure that you're starting Calvin Johnson. Some of you guys were asking, gee, what do you think about, Randy Moss? There is no there is no comparison when it comes to, what these players do on the field. Also, with the fact that he gets the double me Calvin Johnson where it starts on, it's gonna create a lot of problems for your opponent. All right, so I'm going to go through a few things right now and kind of give you guys the adjustments and make sure you guys thoroughly understand what's going to be going on. We could take a look at his numbers right now. 99 speed, 99 jump, 99 deep route running. All of those things don't matter because the KO is probably still going to knock the ball out, but that's not the primary focus of what we're doing. Pretty much what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just make sure that you're throwing the ball up in the air like a savage. All right? Now, more than likely, with his ability, he's not going anywhere all year long. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be there all year long. So now the only thing that we need to do is Randy Moss is not going to get his X Factor back. Randy Moss, okay, first of all, we got to do that. We're going to take the X Factor off so that way he has that. The 1 AP is there. And then we're going to give Calvinito, where the hell is Calvinito? Right here. We're going to give him the actual double me that starts on. All right? Now, as far as other things that you can add to him, because right now he has two, I want to really go ahead and make sure that it's very, very clear. Randy Moss is one of those unique cards that gets every single, route running ability that creates streak specialists for Madden 20. So the short out, the mid out, and the deep out. You have all three. He's still going to drop the ball though. Okay, so I don't want anybody to be excited like, yo, gee, he's going to catch everything. He will not. All right. But it's just a matter that in certain cases, he may come down with a pass that he had no business coming down with, just because the abilities are double stacked. All right, so let's go over right now and look at Calvin Janito and see what the plans are with him. All right, so now that we've unlocked the double me Calvin, and that's the only thing that he actually gets. Grunt got a lot of different things. I don't know. He got this one too. Max security, high success rate on possession catches. I'm not really sure how that would work. I'm not sure that if a guy has a KO, it is definitely worth it's definitely worth a try to kind of see what's going to happen with it. I do believe that, because if you're able to possession catch against KOs with max security, that would probably make sense. That's probably why it won't work. Because notice what I said, makes sense in EA. It's probably not going to correlate. But again, we're going to go through some of this. Like I said, short out elite is definitely something that I would recommend. Now, this is where it gets very, very interesting, because the deep out is 0, red zone threat is 0. Okay, deep in is a useless ability that I don't even know why it's in the game. I honestly don't know why it's there. We are paying for short out elite in the other bucket because I do believe that you should have that. Okay, now because he's gonna start with the double me, you're gonna still need abilities on him to kind of do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like just because he's starting with it, everything's gonna be okay. The deep out has been kind of nerfed. Red zone threat, I have seen some really, really wild catches where it's like, yo, are you serious? Old school animations where they come down with the ball, but it's not guaranteed. It's not something that always happens. So I want you guys to be very, very careful with the way that this goes and how you utilize these abilities, because I do believe that it's going to be very important in certain parts of the game where you can come down with the ball. So here goes where it gets very interesting. Would you rather have a chance of catching a touchdown in the red zone or being able to just catch a streak anywhere on the field? That's where it gets very, very interesting. You only get the one though. So because you only get the one, I would probably go ahead and say, you know what? We know deep out elite kind of sucks anyway. I would probably just say red zone threat. We'll try the red zone threat. Obviously, like I said, these are just for experimental purposes. You can always go and add other things in later. You can go ahead and take a look at your O-line and try to manipulate it like that to kind of make space for more attributes, more abilities, things of that nature. But with the way the O-line is set up right now, I'm not sure that we would have a lot of leeway with it to be able to do stuff. We could take off the post-up off of Willie Anderson, but you see how many 0 AP abilities we have? Also, we're using 2 on Quadfather. Now, some of you guys might argue, you know what? Quadfather right now, like, is it really worth it type thing to give him this? And it absolutely is. Because when you play someone that is like a sweaty and you're just trying to get the game over with, this will definitely come in handy for you. All right, so the 2 AP is a lot, but I would highly recommend that your running backs have some type of, starting X factor, because that's what EA Sports wants. All right, and you're going to get a lot of benefit. I've played several people that have just run around with 3 running backs with those abilities on them to start with the X factor. So again, I think that it's worth it, so I don't want to bother him. That 2, we can't do anything about. The other 2 that's on Gus, because I know you guys are going to be asking, the 2 that's on Gus, right? I think he needs Tank. Now, he doesn't need Backfill Master anymore because we actually have, but that is 0. Well, you know what? It actually does add better catching, so he might be better off with that, but it's a 0 AP ability, and we've gone back to Ken Stabler, so we have Hot Route Master again. But I keep the Tank on because even when he doesn't have his ability equipped, he's going to break tackles and probably go for 6. Okay, so that's why Tank is there. It's specifically there to continuously break tackles when you don't have your X Factor enabled, because it starts on for a certain amount and then it goes away. All right, so just so you guys know, that's something that you guys got to pay attention to. All right, as far as everything else offensively, right? All the quarterbacks are pretty much trash, and I may continue to get rid of Ken Stabler and get Air McNair and keep doing it over and over again until we get it right. But I just want to make sure that I'm very, very clear with you guys, right? The quarterbacks are going to throw bad passes. EA Sports has that program into the game that it's just going to be really, really bad passes thrown. But the one thing that I want you guys to understand at the same time is getting Calvin Johnson and giving him this opportunity with Double Me starting off in the game. If you do see someone come out that does not have a double team on Calvin Johnson, I want to be very, very clear with you guys. Throw the ball to Calvin Johnson. Okay? I want to be 100% clear with that. I don't care if you're playing against me or anybody else in the GmiasWorld fam. If you come out in the game and he's single covered, throw the ball to him. All right? Obviously, I'm going to get you guys that gameplay and everything that you guys are looking for with the Calvin Johnson, so you don't got to worry about that. We will make sure that that part is done. The O-line, as far as Ultimate Legends, is still there. We're going to keep that going. Some of you guys were asking about adding other Ultimate Legend specific chemistries to where they can have their own tier. I don't really see the need to do it in certain cases. The O-line it's more than enough. It's actually more than enough for me. One of the other things that you guys were asking about, defensive line-wise and stuff like that, I gotta be kind of clear with this for you guys, right? The way that the upgrades work and the way that they've mixed and matched the way that these things go, it's still only adding the +1 speed. Like, you can do whatever you want, however you want to do it, but you're not getting like an excess amount of speed with it, so I wouldn't recommend it. You can go cornerbacks and try that, but it usually is just the +1 speed and other useless attributes that really just don't matter. So I want you guys to be careful with that. I think John Madden as a gold 99 is one of the better D tackles in the game, in my opinion. So I would probably rock with that and keep that moving. And other than that, like I said, I do plan on getting you guys out some immediate content with Megatron. We're going to have a lot of fun with his card. Very, very happy that he's starting. I got to just make sure of one more thing, though. I got to make sure. Who's my slot receiver? Let me make sure that we know what's going on with... Okay, Jerry Rice and Mark Andrews. What's funny about it is I haven't even used Mark Andrews over the last couple of games, but he's a good sub to actually sub into the game at various times, so that could work out as well. All right? Let me know how close you are to getting this beast, and let me know in the comment section. What level are you? We're level 51 right now. We'll keep it going. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.